Hello YouTube, this is LA Prepper and I just thought I would show you your new studio apartment. It's very spacious. I only have one picture. The floors are natural wood, very organic. The sleeping arrangements, we have a raised cot system and it's a shared room. You get your own kit. It's got vaulted ceilings. Very spacious. Great way to meet friends. And yeah, so in all seriousness, that's one of the image results I got when I Googled FEMA camps. So in this video, we're going to take a complete U-turn from the last video. And we're going to talk about 10 reasons why you should go to FEMA camp. Why I think it's a good idea, right? Number one, do you have a sense of adventure? Are you looking to live an exciting life? Is prepping at home getting you down? Sometimes prepping can be boring, soaking the beans, uh, organizing your canned foods, looking at the expiration dates, finding that bucket of dehydrated eggs, feeding your worms, doing the composting, taking care of the chickens. So much work. Takes the fun out of life. So if you have a sense of adventure, I think FEMA camp could be a very interesting situation. Number two, it might actually be safer. This is going to surprise a lot of you, and maybe some of you will disagree with me, but it is possible that if FEMA comes in to help evacuate you, that you might be better off. I'll give you an example. If there's a big flood and the floodwaters recede, all that moisture from the flood and all the gunk that gets washed up and washed around makes for really, really terrible conditions for disease, especially with mosquitoes, other insects, rodents, because you have all that standing water. So people, you have deaths when you have a flood. You have deaths from the flood itself, but you also have a lot of deaths from the health risks associated with the post-flood conditions. So number two, you might actually be better off at the FEMA camp than where you're prepping. Number three, they might have basic needs. Theoretically, they're supposed to have basic needs, right? But if you're not looking good at food and water and heat and shelter, might be better off in that sense at the FEMA camp. Number four, great way to meet new friends, like I was talking about. Every night, you never know who you're going to meet, right? Who's going to be talking in their sleep, who's going to be screaming, who's going to be fighting with their kids. Oh my God, the kids are going to be running around like crazy. It's going to be madness. Number five, if you're getting bored, kind of relates to number one. You might think being at a FEMA camp is boring, but I have a feeling it would get interesting eventually. Number six, to gather intel for the resistance. Okay, so if you want to be that rebel, if you want to be Luke Skywalker, right? Well, maybe he's not the best example of a Republic spy, but if you want to be a Republic spy and smuggle information to the resistance, then you want to go to the FEMA camp, gather intel, and then, somehow break out and get back to the resistance and let them know what's going on, okay? So that's number six. Number seven, if you want to get a job in the government, say the government still exists, but it's kind of sporadic. If you want to be the super camper, super FEMA camper, and help, provide intel on, narc on the other campers, and help the guards and help the people running do their thing, you never know. You might get hooked up and put in the, could be hired category. And if you're getting 3 hots and a cot, maybe it's worth it, to work for the government when things get a little crazy. I'll leave that up to you, but it's a good option. It's a good option, I think, as far as trying to get a job with the government. Number eight, your safety's in danger, relates back to number two. In fact, yeah, I don't know, maybe that's kind of a stretch, but there's a lot of reasons your safety could be in danger, so let's just say, yeah. Number nine. Number nine's a little more specific, like if you're dying or freezing or sick, there might be, it might be advantageous to go to the camp to get, emergency services if you don't have, like, say you have a really bad, wound or something and you don't have antibiotics, might have a chance. Say you ran out of fish antibiotics, there might be some antibiotics at the camp. So, go to camp and live, die in the cold because you're a prepper. Tough call, right? Number 10, maybe it's only temporary, right? Maybe it's just for a few weeks, a couple months. Maybe they'll let you out, everything's cool. Maybe you get a couple free haircuts. I got a haircut recently. You never know. So there you have it, top 10 reasons to jump on the FEMA train. Maybe it's not as bad as we all think it might be. Maybe it could be kind of nice. Let me know what you think, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.